Tori Kruse. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Please put your comments below, and you can also find me on social media at Miss Tori Kruse. Super excited to have Doug on here. He's a great friend, mentor, entrepreneur, author of Church Boy to Millionaire, and just a huge inspiration to me. And just so excited to have you on, Doug. So welcome, and I'm super excited to share your journey, your story. It's so inspiring.
What's up, Tori? It's good to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, absolutely. So before we begin here, there's a Doug Wood, but then there's like unplugged Doug Wood.
Right.
And I'm just saying, I think these people, it's a Friday. So if there's a little unplugged Doug Wood in here, I'm saying go for it.
Awesome. I love that. First of all, what's your shirt say?
Oh, it says a bunch of words. Empower, encourage, inspire.
Oh, that's awesome.
Empower. Yeah, all those words that get you going on a Friday morning.
Looking good.
All righty. Well, awesome. I'm super excited to chat with you and hang out with you this morning. So first off, Doug, you have a plethora of things that you do. You're in the health coaching, you own your own business, entrepreneur, author, and church boy to millionaire. So I just want you to tell everyone kind of what you're up to now, I know it's a lot. So maybe let's talk about like your life mission here. Like, what are you on a mission to accomplish here? I know you change the lives of so many every single day. So share it with the world.
Yeah, Tori, everything's about purpose for me. Because, once everyone has to go through that place of serving their most needs. And most people, it's like, okay, I've got bills. I want to make an income. I want to take care of, whether it be your family or take care of your basic needs. But once you move through that and you really start creating purpose, impact, and really legacy, it's amazing how much you get outside of yourself and say, what do I want to be known for? What do I want to create? And, 11 years ago, Tia and I we were in massive debt. We were going into year 9 of our marriage, and we were also overweight, pretty much living the American dream, right? Overweight, in debt, miserable, and always complaining. But we've got a mortgage. We own our own house, even though we're, massively in debt. But we decided that we wanted to take our life back, and we got control of things that we could control. And for number one, it was our physical health. A lot of people, a lot of Americans just don't know what to do. And I was always a bigger guy, and I took personal responsibility for my health, and it started there. After that, I took personal responsibility for my wealth, and we just went after that and started attacking debt, and then got on the abundant side of things. And then really now, you fast forward 11 years, I'm about creating long-term impact for people. I did write the book Church Boy to Millionaire last year, which is actually an Amazon bestseller, and that's gone really, really well. But more than that, I love to see, Tia and I are passionate about education. That's why 3 years ago, we started our own online school. Well, we didn't. I had some amazing partners to do that. I love my kids too much to teach them myself. But so between that, obviously helping others through health coaching, and of course with the book and things like that, we love helping others win, because people are their most fulfilled when they are in pursuit of what matters most to them. And for me, what matters most to me is helping other people win. Therefore, I'm winning. So it's been pretty cool, and we love being on this life and this mission. And now I know you and I are doing a lot of cool stuff together too.
Yes. Yeah. It's been so awesome just getting to know you guys in the past, 6 months or so. But okay. So you said a lot right there, like about everything, which is awesome, but I kind of want to break it down and go back a little bit to, when you were in debt, when you were overweight, when you were living that really is kind of like a false American dream, right? What was that turning point for you in that aha moment where it was like, hey, I'm not going to live like this anymore. I'm going to live life with purpose and giving value to others and just change your world dramatically. So what was that aha moment for you?
I woke up one day and I realized that I am tied down. If there is such an American dream, I'm not living it. Mm-hmm. And I just literally, I woke up, and literally not only physically woke up from sleep, but I got up one day and I said, I am done living this. Why do I live where I live? Because I grew up here, because of my family, or because I have a job that keeps me there. I'm like, why am I doing life with both hands tied behind my back. I want my freedom back. I want to be me. And I couldn't do a lot at the time, but I could control my health. I could do something. And I had found out about, of course, an amazing program that helped some friends of mine lose some weight. And I was like, I needed help. So everyone needs a coach in their life. And I reached out. I mean, think about this. We have coaches for finance. We have, personal,
relationship.
Exactly. So I'm just saying, like, from wealth standpoints, most people have a financial advisor. Most people have a spiritual father or a pastor that they look up to in terms of spiritual guidance. A lot of people go get a marriage counselor or coach. Most people, especially right now in this middle of COVID right now, it's because people are not living their healthiest self. And so why not find somebody who has their health in order to have them coach you? And that's what I did. And so I started there, and I just started attacking things one by one by one until I started feeling like I was gaining my power back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. I mean, you have to start somewhere, and it really starts with that decision that you just have to start. And then it's a journey, just like any goal. I mean, and we're talking about, health right here for a second, but whatever your goal is, it's always a journey. It's always these little milestones. And how do you appreciate that journey, Doug? Because I think you guys are really an incredible role model for appreciating the journey in every step of the way.
Well, never forget where you came from. Show honor to where you came from, but you do not have to acquiesce to where you came from. And I want to be very clear. When I woke up and I looked around and I said, I'm tired of talking about the good old days with my friends. I'm tired of taking people's advice from people who have given up on their goals or their dreams, or they're also in debt, but they're telling me how to live my life. Or when I started getting freedom in my own physical health, Tori, I had people that I thought were in my corner saying, you're getting too skinny, or be careful. Those type of programs don't work long-term. And I'm like, why are people chirping at me who I thought that they were in my corner? And I just realized I was taking advice from people that were at a status quo. And really 97% of people live a status quo life, and they're okay with it. They may say they want more, but their habits don't show it. The things that they're watching, the amount of TV that they're watching don't show it. And I realized, I looked around and I started adding up all of my hours, and I realized how much wasted time I was spending, for lack of a better word, making other people rich in the evenings, while, most people are, Netflixing and chilling. I never had Netflix, but I turned off. We literally canceled our cable, and we started going to work on ourselves in the hours that we did have. Now, my company that I owned demanded 70 hours of me a week, but everybody has unaccounted for hours that we just like, I just want to chill out.
Yeah.
And we started finding 5 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 20 minutes here, finding coaches like you to guide us through these areas in life that could help us start winning again. And that would be my encouragement to all of your friends and my friends here watching right now, is it is time, especially in 2020, in the middle of this. I'm not even going to give it the credit to call it a pandemic. In the middle of whatever this is, we got to get our head up, put your head on a swivel, and stop keeping your head down, just doing what everyone else tells us to do, and just kind of relaxing and, it'll get back to normal soon. The only way it's going to get back to normal is if we create our own normal for our own family. And we have an incredible time and opportunity right now, Tori, to take our power back and to do something with the time we're given today.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're in control of our own situation. So you can either make the best of this situation, and you can have it, as a breakthrough moment during crisis, or you can sit back and, have it take a hold of you and, take you back 20 years. So you make the conscious decision to which one are you going to choose. And so during these times, Doug, what are your habits that you've created that you can, tell our listeners here today that they can do immediately? Like, implement this into your life. Like, yes, maybe turn off the news. I don't know about you, but for me, I don't even turn on the dang news. It's just one of those things that it's that negative, there's a lot of things going on in the world other than the things that they're putting on the news. And so what kind of habits have you created that you,
Yeah, well,
practice day in and day out?
yeah, I'm with you. You know, you got to watch just enough to stay informed, but
Mhm.
there's apps on your phone that can keep you informed. But otherwise, it's a reality television is what news is.
Yeah, it
So
is.
just don't feed their ratings, and it also beats you down the more you get involved in the politics and the drama of it. But beyond that, something that everyone can do today is immediately wake up, and everyone can get up earlier. I mean, and I want to be very, very careful here. I'm not talking about you single moms who are already burning every candle at every end of the stick. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking the other 98% of you who you can get up earlier. And one of the first things I do is, one, I removed the television from my room, and also my phone time, no blue screen late at night or first thing in the morning. Your time is reserved for you. Just like the first thing that touches your lips in the morning, you crave more of, the first thing that you consume, you crave more of that day. So make sure you're consuming things that edify you. So for example, the first 45 minutes of my day, I wake up and it's my time of prayer. It's my time of gratitude. It's my time of literally being calm and still. And so it is my 45 minutes. Nobody gets that 45 minutes. No notification, no text message, no email, because the moment you start looking at that stuff, you're immediately hijacked. Your mind gets hijacked and you're out. You're already gone. You're thinking, you're spinning, and you're pleasing everybody else. It wasn't too long ago that we didn't walk around with these handcuffs to us, which is our phone. And it's a little bit of a blessing and it's a little bit of a curse, because we have these phones, and I've made millions of dollars from the phone that I'm talking to you on right now. All of us. I mean, we have so much at our fingertips, but it's requiring so much discipline. So the first thing is you have to take control, and I'm going to have to on people. You have to take control. You got to take your power back with the areas that you can control, and that is your time. Okay, get control of the few minutes or the few hours that you do. I'm going to give everyone grace here and say the first few minutes. After that, you've got to start off with something nutritious and to get your body firing on all cylinders. Can't wake it up with sugar, all that crap. Even coffee, drink some water first thing.
Mhm.
Get your mind thinking right. Get your metabolism moving in the right direction. And then, there's a lot of other things that, I know you coach so well to help people win throughout the day, but everyone's got to start their day with purpose and clarity and owning their time.
Yes, you said it. So that's perfect. I mean, absolutely. I think the biggest takeaway there, for me anyways, I'm over here taking mental notes as you're talking too. But the biggest takeaway I really think there is staying away from those electronics, before you go to bed. You sleep better even.
Yep.
And then waking up and spending that time for yourself. That's so, so huge. So thank you for that, Doug. I think that's an incredible point right there. So moving forward, I really want to dive into Church Boy to Millionaire, because that book has impacted so many lives.
Yeah.
And I want you to tell a little bit of why you wrote the book and a little bit about what it's about.
Thank you for the question. I had a book in me for a few years, and I just kind of put it off. The core of me, I do procrastinate a little too much, but sometimes that's a good thing, because we all know things we ought to do or we should do. We're getting should on all the time. Some people are getting should on a lot, but we're shoulding on ourselves. And then there's something that's just burning up within you that it's like, I have to do this and I have to do it now. And I had a panic moment 2 years ago. Tori, I write about it in the book. And just so everyone knows, it's available on audio download. So it is my voice, reading the book to you. So it's available on Audible download, and it's also available in hardback on Amazon.
Go buy it, people.
What's that?
I said, go buy it, people.
Exactly. So, but I had a panic moment because my family and I were on a flight to Singapore about 1.5 years ago. In fact, it was Christmas time, right before Christmas of 18. And I had found out some things about my family and some things from the past that I wasn't real pleased with. And I was just like, if for some, and I don't like to live in fear. my wife's the queen of kick fear in the face, but you have to live in reality sometimes. And I'm like, if this plane was to go down, or for some reason I'm not here, I want my kids to know what it takes and what hard work really looks like. Because you know what? You can turn on the TV. In fact, you can listen to a lot of the gurus, and it pisses me right off to listen to some of these podcasts and to some of these Facebook lives from some of the gurus out there, or even in the books, and they tell you all the highlight reels of their life. It's kind of like me sitting here, and I'll even pick on myself for a second. Wow, Doug, 45 minutes. You don't miss a day of personal development and gratitude. No, I miss too many days. I'm telling you what I try to do, then I'm probably good for about 4 to 5 days a week. But sometimes it just doesn't happen because we're all human.
Yeah.
Okay. We all have crap in our life. My wife just turned 40. Together, we, are been married for 20 years. And everyone, Tori, they saw these pictures of us in Miami, and I rented a yacht, and it was gorgeous. We renewed our vows. It was magical. And everyone's like, you guys have the best marriage. I wish my marriage could be like yours. How do you know it's not?
Yeah.
Trust me, we have crap too.
Yep.
We go through it, but we at least talk about it, because I got tired of all the gurus, Tori, telling me how perfect their life was. And here's your 10 simple steps to becoming a millionaire. And it's like, BS. There's got to be more than that. Tell me about your hard days. Tell me about your bad days. Tell me how you're getting through. Tell me what you do on the days that you don't want to do anything. Tell me what you do every weekend, because I'm smelling BS. And so you said I could get a little unplugged. So here I go.
No, let's go. I'm like, let's go. Let's fire it up.
So what happens, Tori, is that I was on a plane, and I had found out about some stuff in my family that I was not pleased with, from my parents and grandparents. Not pleased with. It was just some crap that I wish I would have known when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because it started to connect a lot of the dots. And I'm thinking, if my girls and my son Phoenix don't know what it really took for their mom and dad to get to where we are today, and I felt like the world needed to know too, some behind the scenes, not just soft skills, but some hard skills, but also what the crappy days of what addiction really looks like and how it can absolutely drain you. And I wrote the book. Literally, I called up, I got an editor, I had someone scribe it, because I'm a talker, I'm not a typer.
Yeah.
And I had somebody sit and listen to me, and we scribed the whole book in 4 days, the beginning of last January. It was nuts. It was the nuttiest thing I've ever been a part of. But that's what happens when you have something building and building and building that you put off. And all of a sudden you're like, I got to get this out, and I got to get it out now. And literally it was complete Holy Spirit speaking through me, because yes, it was me, but it was just such a God's timing that I could just deliver that whole book. And I also wanted to write the book in a very unique way. So it's 25 independent chapters on independent subjects. So yes, you can read it cover to cover, but it's actually designed that you just want to pick up. And if you want to start at chapter 6, the millionaire mindset, great. If you want to go right to chapter 25 and read about what you wear in private, or what you eat in private, you wear in public, that's the health chapter. And so there's all kinds of different chapters in there that are independent of each other. And I don't know, I had a lot of fun doing it. And I'm very thankful. It's sold over 15,000 copies in just over a year so far. And I'm very, very grateful. And it's served a lot of people. And I'm just so thankful for that.
I love that. And I love how you broke it up into pieces, because there's different seasons of our life that speak to us differently. And so you can just grab that book and open it up and be like, hey, this is the chapter that's speaking to me right now. Right. And it can just change your life right away. So that's awesome. And congratulations, by the way. That's huge. And to write it in 4 days, that's insane. I need to talk to you off camera here and figure out who the editor is and finally get my book on paper. So something you said in there that really sticks out to me, because when I immediately think of your idea, it is the raw, authentic. You guys post about, hey, in year 3, 7, 11, or 17, or whatever those specific years are, you contended in your marriage. And you guys are both so raw and open about this stuff. And I think something that's really cool is, yes, you've had amazing success, but you've also worked your butt off, and you've had sacrifices. And when you celebrated Tia's 30th birthday, it was what, 1 day, you said?
Yeah.
And then the 40th, you were on a yacht, and you were in Miami, and you had all of your closest people around you. And that's what social media sometimes sees, is that like glamorous things, but not with you and Tia, because you guys show that like, hey, in year 3, 11, all this, like, it was hard in our marriage. We almost gave up, but we didn't. We chose each other again. And so I just want to say, like, that's one of the biggest things that I admire about the two of you, is just how open and authentic and real, and you don't just show your highlight reel. It's so important. It's so important.
Yeah, no, and one more thing on that is that you mentioned something of our friends, and I'm going to say this, my friends, you have got to protect your biggest asset, and you are your biggest asset. Mm-hmm. You cannot, nobody gets toxic space around you. Like T and I have a drama-free zone around us. Like, in fact, I'm here at my property now, Breakthrough Acres in North Scottsdale. And this is like, these acres are like drama-free. You step onto these grounds, they're like holy grounds, because we demanded that we are going to live a life set apart. I don't care if you're family. I don't care if we used to be close friends. I don't care if we went to high school, ministry school together. I don't care if we go to church together. Like, you get around us, and if we're gonna spend time with you, we're gonna protect us. We're gonna invest both ways. And if it's not a mutual invested relationship, my friends, you've got to terminate toxic relationships in your life. Nobody gets a hall pass to speak like crap to you, to discourage you. Now, we need people in our truth corner. I talk about that in the book, Tori. We need people that's willing to say, like, hey, Doug, you doing okay? Or, you seem a little off. We got to have 2 to 3 to 5 people in our life, maybe not even 5. We got to have those coaches in our life that can check us on our BS sometimes, because we all have it. But I'm talking about childhood best friends, college besties. We used to be so close, but it seems different now. Yeah, you're right. Oh, man, these people we used to get together and drink wine with, but now the conversation's not the same. That's because you're growing and they're not. Stop drinking wine with them. Start unfollowing on Facebook. I don't care who they are. Nobody should get a hall pass to be disruptive to your goals, and you got to be laser focused to where you're going. So that's a big thing, Tori. And I think some people aren't willing to lay down friendships for that.
Yeah.
A, out of loyalty, or B, out of they feel like I might never have a friend like that again, so I don't want to give this up. And so they stay stuck, like on a teeter-totter in some relationships, and it ruins their whole life. Yeah,
that's huge. I mean, who you surround yourself with, I would say, 3 to 5 people who you surround yourself with, that's who you become. So, you choose your own life. So I'm super glad you hit on that. But all right, lastly here, just wrapping up, any other lasting advice that you would give people if they're, we're in crazy times right now in 2020, but we still have plenty of time to finish strong. So is there any advice that you have for somebody who maybe is like on the edge right now, like they know they need to, get better in their health. They know they need to restore that relationship, accomplish that goal. What do you have for them as far as like breaking through and just saying, you know what, enough's enough. Let's do the dang thing. What kind of advice do you have for them?
Well, my advice is make a decision and do it today. And if you made a decision in the past to get healthy, recommit to that decision and call Tori today and say, you know what, I'm ready to take it to the next level. I need help. I need a coach. Mm-hmm. Do it right now. Stop making excuses. We all have excuses. It'll be better next week, or I'm going to try this on my own just a little bit longer. You said that last week. You said that last month. You said that last year. It's clearly not working. Yeah. Pick up the phone or PM somebody, whether it be Tori, whether it be me, talk to somebody. And if an area is important to you in your life, you need a coach in it. Everybody needs a coach. And right now, Tori, it is a crazy year. Mm-hmm. And most of these people, and I'll probably get some backlash for this, but most of the people dying right now from COVID are because they are obese, because they're not living a healthy lifestyle. I think all of you listening right now need a program, something easy to follow that's going to get you results. And that would be my encouragement, Tori, is don't delay an area that is important to you. Make the decision now. Find someone that's walked a mile in your shoes, or that already has that area in their life figured out, like Tori, and let them know and have them guide you through this process. So I think that's very important.
Yes. Well, thank you, Doug, so much for showing up today and just giving so much value to everybody. And you always do. Everybody, go out there right now, jump off this live, and go grab Church Boy to Millionaire. The book will seriously change your life. Like Doug said, reach out to either one of us if you're ready to, change your world, change your health, and get on the path to success there. So, Doug, thank you again so much. It's always awesome seeing you and hanging out with you. So, thanks for being here today.
You're welcome. See you soon.
All right, see you soon. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that episode. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Also, please follow me on social media at Miss Tori Kruse. Until next time, be unstoppable.